Welcome back, everybody. As in on GoblinZ? No, it's not against the rules so long as I'm giving it to, I suppose, everybody, or you're asking a question that I can answer. It depends on the question, John, more than anything else. Okay, brilliant. Thanks for letting me know. So, if you're asking where is a certain room or locker or loot crate, then open a ticket and I'll try and solve it. Give you a hint. If you're asking where a player's base is, I'm not going to tell you. Does that make sort of sense? Oh, give out tips all the time. You can give out tips as long as those tips aren't go here, do this. Because that becomes meta. Because if you said, if you go to such and such town, you can guarantee to get the following. That's meta, and that's not right. Yeah, no, I get that. But certainly give tips away, mate. I have to find somewhere for me, Chuckles, to live on this server that's covert and won't take a lot of nails. And we need a gun. Just don't be too... My advice is, don't dictate it at drum. Give it as general tips. That way, because sometimes people don't want to have help, if that makes sense. They want to learn on their own. So be careful how you word it. Yeah? But certainly. I could open up a bit on the Discord that was hints for new players, if that would be useful, or hints for community hints, something that players understand. It's where they can share help for the server without breaking meta. Yeah. Or reach out direct, say to him, I've got some hints for you for the server, if you'd like them, can I message you? And then you can have a conversation that's not in chat, because that's a different type of conversation. Because then you're giving tips to everybody, not just one person. Yeah? And people don't, and people can choose whether they want that information or not. And we can tag it with spoilers. But anything in there that breaks meta, I'll delete. If that's understood. No, we need a bang stick. Because this server's a bit more punchy than where I've come from. That's good. It's not a problem, mate. It's meant to be a struggle. Thank you. It's going to become more of a struggle in the future. But in different ways, obviously. Excellent. That's what I'd expect. Won't be so much of a challenge with August, but it will start to become a challenge as we move towards Christmas, and then after Christmas a massive challenge. Okay, the whole ball game's changed now. I need a hatchet. I might push trader. Yeah, 2026 is where it's going to seriously change. Where's my nearest trader? There. See if we can sell some of this gear and get ourselves a hatchet, because we've got 2 boxes of nails. We've got a code lock. We could probably get a piece of rope, and that'll get us a base. This is a PvP server things will, yeah, sharpening stone, but they're more likely not to go off as quickly, if that makes sense. But this is a different PV. This is a, it mixes rearmed and base building plus. So you need to nails to build your base and nails to keep your base alive. So more of a challenge. Much more of a challenge. And PvP players. Rather than wannabe PvP. Okay, Botrix has done its thing. Let's see whether that's working. Yeah, that's kicked back in. Good. And then in this case, we can go back to that one. Or not. Okay, webcam's not working now. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's turn that off then. Yes, it's not GoblinZ. Don't get me wrong, I need a sharpening stone. But I need a hatchet more. As long as I can get... keep that alive. But I've got that to sell, that to sell, that to keep. That's policing Grishki, no. When we extract, I'll try and sort the webcam out. But I need to extract first. Okay, John, not a problem. Base. They have a heli. hopefully we can get webcam working once we get there. I have to reinstall drivers to get rid of the pixelation, guys, which we managed to get rid of, but as per normal with DayZ, weird shit happens. Hope everyone's alright. Bit of a more punchy server, but a 3-man rather than a 5-man. It goes full pop. US server, but it goes full pop EU UK time. I'm just going to try and extract, get some shit sold. Also sort out my webcam. That's sort of the mission for this bit, and then we'll carry on. Going to try and get a base up tonight. But we need to extract first, and then I'll sort out the webcam issue. Or attempt to, at least. Welcome back, John. Just going to attempt an extraction without dying. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm just going to try and sort out the webcam problem. Give me 1 second. I'm still here, guys. I'm just going to exit the server, reboot my webcam software, and then get back on. Just, it's crashing at the moment. So that should be working for voice. Fine. So that's working for webcam. Let's just go into the software for webcam a second. Okay, that's not going to work. That'll be a sort out off stream. Right, we'll get back on the server, guys. That's a shame. I'll need to reboot the PC to get the webcam working, so we can't do that tonight. That's all right, though. That's life. NVIDIA driver issues, isn't it? That's what it is. NVIDIA driver issues. Yes. My equivalent of chickens. Let everything load in. Good. Okay. So what do we need? A hatchet. Sharpening stone. So that lot. And some basic storage. I need a piece of rope. And we need a gun. Customize. Magazine. We need some armor. Okay, so we then have to decide where the fuck we're going to live. And I reckon somewhere up here. Or do we try and build inside where Chuckles and I always live? Which is there. That would be easy, wouldn't it? Let's go for that one and try it. How do we exit? Gonna need I'm gonna need a name, aren't I? Group. Chuckles and Goblin. DNC. Good enough for me. That's sorted. Exit's not there. I need an exit, guys. Where's the exit? Exit. Okay. Let's move. Hi there. Love your streaming. Would like to be a fan and friend. Let's hang out on Discord. That's not going to happen. Remove. Another one bites the dust. Standard routine. I'd love to be your friend. Yeah, right. Scam artist. What's nighttime speed on this server? Oh, come on. 64 times night. That's fine. Thank you for the follow. Oh, thank you for the sub, actually. Massively, massively appreciated. Welcome. John, please don't talk about other people's streams in my chat. Yeah. Well, you understand. So we switched on to a different server, guys. That's all right, John. Thank you. We switched on to a different server because the other one wasn't having enough action. It was too quiet. Even though it's a PvP server, it was too quiet. This is based upon when I can get on, probably works best. I can't afford to pay for priority access. So I need a server that goes full, well, goes nearly full, but not completely full. UK evenings. And this server does. It's also a trio server. So Chuckles and I stand a chance on here. Base building. It's base building plus and a computer that drinks nails. So it's like the best of Rearmed and BB Plus mixed together. So nails, you need to keep your base alive. And nails you need to build with. So you're going to have to keep grinding for nails to keep your base going, which is a challenge. It is night time at the moment, but it will soon be morning. Quick nights on here. And then we're going to attempt to get a door in, the computer in, and block off a door, and put our first bit of storage in without getting shot. That's the plan. That's the plan. Whether it works, who knows? So let's sort out inventory a little bit. Need a stick. Excellent, John. Territory kit. See if the log will fit in my inventory. PvP servers, mate. The joy of full-on PvP. Yeah. Not for everyone. I like this sort of shit though, don't I? This is where I feel most challenged. No, I don't want fucking firewood. It will happen. I will put that in place, but not really at the moment. I'm sure you understand. Be right back, guys. Just need a quick comfort break. And I'm back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Right then. That's that bit dealt with. Now comes the problem. I need that paper. How long have we got? 7 days before the base despawns. Ah. 'Just going to sort inventory out a second, guys. Seven days if you don't add any more storage, or doors, or walls. Yeah? So I just need to keep getting boxes of nails to keep the base alive. And every time I build, it will need more nails. Because it was 8 days before I built the doors. And when I put the doors in, it dropped down to 7 days. So a door, a wall, and 1 storage container took a day off my survival. It's going to be a... So yeah, so you need nails to build with, and you need to put nails inside your computer to keep it alive. So that gives me 7 days, 8 hours and 50 minutes before the base despawns. It's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. But also the bigger base you build will need more nails, and will need more nails to keep it alive. So it becomes a hunting for nails. And I need an airlock tonight if I'm going to survive. Right, let's turn off chat because the children are the children. Options, player messages disabled. Right, I have my first mission, don't I? which is somewhere. Retrieve a box of supplies. 600, 6,000. Where could that be? Not sure. Okay, so what about my key card I've got? What's that for? That's for just Kino. Where's just Kino when it's at home? Okay, forget that one then. Let's just go out and get some loot. Okay, John. I need 2 boxes of nails and a code lock to do what I need to do now. Being very wary at the moment, guys. Obviously, we only have one door up, and this is a 24/7 raiding server. Already done the military. Welcome back, John. Let's do another trader run, see if we can buy nails from trader. I don't expect we can, or code locks, but we've got a cat figurine to sell, so that could work to our advantage. You need to check those garages. Dump. This ain't no normal server though, is it? So this is a speed server. Ultimately, the door isn't going to be there, but we know that. Right then, what have we got to sell? We're going to leave some food behind. How much storage do you get? I love PvP servers. Sell the drugs. Take the money with me. I know it's a risk. Sell the hat. extraction point. I know. And everything's small as well, so how much loot am I going to fit in? We all know what I'm like when it comes to looting. Oh. We will be back on after the restart, guys. Arguably, we'll probably be on for another 4 hours. 3, maybe 4. Well, yes, you are the master. You're all just trainee Jedis. All of you. When it comes to looting, I am the looting goblin. If I know, I'd rather be the PvP goblin, though. Inspiration. I hate bases that are untidy, though. At the moment, that's triggering me massively. But we're an hour in and we've got a base. It's a good shout. We're doing well. Now we're off to get some, see what if we can buy nails. If we can, brilliant. If we can buy code locks, even better. If we can't, then that's all right. That's just life. Well, the next time you're on GoblinZ, go to my base. Not a tidier base you will find, sir. Not a tidier base you will find. Thank you. I do like everything in its place. It comes from being raided, being online raided with a team, and stuff was all over the place, and we couldn't get to the right weapons to defend ourselves. So I said never again. From now on, I'll make sure the team have the right stuff in the right areas and know where everything is. Alright, server restart, guys. I will be back after the restart. So the server wipes on Friday. So tonight and Thursday will be a run around to get used to how the server mechanics work. And then we actually start for real on Friday. Wipe hype. Fucking amazing. Fresh wipe. Chuckles will be about Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's awesome. We stand a chance. Just waiting for the server to come back up, guys. I love a fresh wipe on a server. Probably go for the same base location just because. Come on, bring the server back up. 1 minute past. Okay, let's try that. It's my favourite building to build in DayZ. The reason I pick it now is I have to play to Chuckles and I's strengths and weaknesses. So it's far enough away from high tier areas to give us a fighting chance of not getting raided, while still being able to take part in shit. So that's the reason I pick it. No other reason at the moment. It's about that. But it's the best building for, I think, in DayZ for building in, with base building plus or equivalent mods. But server wipes Friday, which is awesome. Free in queue. We'll still extract and see what we can buy from the trader, because if we can buy nails and code locks, it makes life fucking a damn sight easier, even if they're expensive. And if we can't, that's life. Everyone else has the same problem. Just means you have to loot up better. Yeah, more grinding. We might go for a different base next. White. Yellow house. Never done a yellow house. Could get in 1, 2, 3, 4 doors internal. Potentially. Yes, it will. We're going to go to Cherno, John, and then we're going to stay on Cherno. And the reason we're going for Cherno is it works best for single player. There's nothing that I have to edit out that causes problems. And the content I want to give you guys, long term, is better for that map. Or this map for Cherno. But it'll be Cherno like you're not used to. It'll be a different experience of Cherno. I would have stayed on Livonia, but we've had too many problems with people doing the bunker. So yeah, Cherno will be where we're going. But it'll probably be Cherno, Gloom, Ivy. So the buildings will have some different layouts and different items inside, and will be overgrown. And then we'll go for long grass, so you can build good quality hidden stashes. And a few other things. That's that base again. Yellow house. Oh, it's tempting. It's so tempting. Need that photo. So I can work out extraction areas from where I might base us. We're not having crocs. But there might be something else that causes a problem. We shall see. Obviously, I will wipe when I'm on leave, because I've got the time to build it then. But a lot of what I'm going to do, as I've said, John, will be, we will have the initial wipe, and then I'll start building the November wipe. Then we'll have the November wipe, and then I'll start building the 2026 wipe. But it's all about the 2026. Once we get to the 2026 wipe, I want to arguably get to a point where we stay where we are, where that stays, and that becomes it. And then we just, nothing new comes into the server. We say, this is our server pack. This is what we're staying with. This is what we're doing. And every 6 to 8 weeks, whatever the magical figure is, we wipe and play that exact server all over again. The only difference being, in winter, it will become a winter build, and in summer, it will be a summer build. Because it makes my life easier than having to, and then I can do quicker wipes, because a wipe will then take 3 hours, not 5 days. It means we're more likely to keep players because they know that we're wiping, and in 4 hours time it's coming back up. Yeah? Rather than we're wiping, we won't be back for 5 days, and they go off and play other servers and they never come back. Which I understand 100%. Because I want a player base that stays with us long term. So some things need to become slightly easier. That initial bit when you start off has to be easier. No, can't buy nail boxes. Code lock's 25k. That's not so bad. But we can't buy nails. Okay, code locks are cheap. Have they got a peer-to-peer market in here? See what place things go for. Yeah, I'm looking now, mate. That's the next thing, is to see what sort of prices people sell nails for. Box nails, 245k. That's not so hard to get. Sleeping bags, 75. Hacking batteries and shit at a reasonable price. Armor plates, yeah, that's doable. I want to customize it. Come on. Nice little 50. They're an ATM? I hope not. Doesn't look like it.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one.
I love that. Exit was down here, wasn't it? Evening, Germans, Dad. Which servers? I'm on Vendetta. They wipe on Friday, so I'm just getting a feel for the place. And it feels like a sweaty PvP server. It's going to be fun. I bought myself a Beowulf 50 from the trader. Yeah. Yeah. Not the normal place. This is sweatiness. This is pure sweaty US sweaty server with 50 cows and such like. And a player base. 36 current, 43 currently on. Cookie will be so proud. I picked up a 50 cal. Exactly. I actually spoke to him today. He's about 2 months, maybe 3 months away from coming back. Hopefully Chuckles will enjoy this server enough that we'll stay here. Because that's the big thing, whether Chuckles will play it as well, because Chuckles is part of the team. He is. He is well. I'm going to have to message him a picture of the 50 cow, aren't I? Oh, it won't let me. After the stream, I'll send him a message and say, it's a sign. Goblin running around with a one-tapper. Hi, Paul. How are you? Welcome to the stream, mate. I hope you're good. Probably. It's not busy enough for me. It won't improve my PvP. Yeah, too quiet. I need somewhere where there's stuff happening. Yeah, I can run that server and build bases and do everything and survive quite happily and not get killed. There's a risk, but not a massive risk. It's too close to being a PvE server for me. I need risk to make the reward that the limited reward I get worthwhile. I mean, Chuckles might still run it for a while, but the fact that this server wipes on Friday, the fact that I like... I'm not saying I'd stay here forever. I don't like that you can buy 50 cows from the market. It is fun. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't solve it from this end, unfortunately. I've not got any dropped frames. So it is your end, not mine. My suggestion would be downgrade the quality. So rather than running it at 4K, run it at a lesser quality. So the phone's got a chance of keeping up. Or if it's running at 2K, drop it down to 1024 or 720. Because it doesn't help that I'm running at 4K, so phones will be having a heart attack. Or pause the stream, give it a couple of minutes and so it buffers it, and then press play. Right, we need to switch to off auto run because I need to get into the house without dying. Okay. Thank you. Phones are just a nightmare. I'm using an old Samsung because I don't really use a mobile properly. For me, a mobile is just work stuff. About it, really. Bit of news, but work mainly. It's called Vendetta. It's a US server. They're 120 something in the rankings worldwide. Extraction, base building, 3-man. Sweaty. 100% a sweaty server. The fact that I got a 50 and I've only been playing for an hour 45 just about says it all. Uses a computer rather than a flag that you need to put nails in, like Rearmed, but it isn't Rearmed. It uses Base Building Plus. So there's my computer. Got 5 days left, 9 hours, based upon what I own. It wipes Friday, so it'll be a whole new world of pain. Let me. No. Thanks, Paul. Massively appreciated. I'm so happy, Paul. So happy. I'm glad that we have helped. It does. I don't know how we help, but I'm glad that we are. If that makes sense. I think we're just doing our thing and trying to have a nice community with it. And Cookie will be back. Right then, what's next is... Let's go and try and find someone to kill with a 50. Might be, actually. Good point. I wanted to check extractions. Because... if I live up there, that's the nearest extraction. If I live over there, that's the nearest. That's the central one, roughly. So, for an easy extraction... Oh, there we go. That's not a bad extraction point on the middle of that bridge. So, actually... next wipe could be up here somewhere as a base, as an area to live. Because we don't have an extraction too far away. I'm guessing there might be, in all honesty. I don't know. But I'm guessing there might be. Let's go and see if we can find some trouble. I want to be about there. And then push out onto, like, here. See if we can get view down with a 50. So that's the next game. I mean, I'm shit shot, we know that, but maybe I stand a better chance when I'm pushing out 50 cow. I like Down Bad. I do enjoy Down Bad. This is a bit more sweaty, probably, in some ways, because of the fact that you can buy high caliber weapons from Trader and they're not too expensive. But nails you can't buy nails, and nails are the problem on here. You need nails. They're very rearmed with their nails, which is nice. So the bigger the base you have, the more nails you'll need to find to keep the base alive. It's a very fair way of doing it. Forces the big teams to spend less time looting the best loot and more time just searching for nails to stay alive. Or looting anything, selling and buying very expensive boxes of nails off Trader. Shouldn't be overly difficult to upgrade to metal. Not stupidly difficult. Yeah, there's a peer-to-peer on here. Boxes of nails were going for about 170 thou. Explosives for a mil. Ish. But that's at the end of Wipe. What they would be at the beginning of Wipe. It's a different way of thinking. One door and one wall, one code lock and a box to put stuff in. One box of nails will give you about 5 days. So 2 doors if you had something just one way in. Each box of nails will give you 5 days. So you're going to need lots of nails in the computer to keep the base alive. 3 tiers. And also you need nails to build with. So it favours more covert, smaller bases. And you can't buy high tier armour from the trader. You know, I got a ballistic vest, which was it. So press. Plenty of keycard rooms and keycards. There's an oil rig, cars, helis. The normal stuff you'd expect. Doesn't seem that laggy, seeing it's the end of Wipe. It feels fine. Occasional little stutter, but that's base building plus for you. They have a bunker on here, as you can see. Why does it think... Oh, I suppose it is off there, yeah. Thanks for pointing it out, 007. The thing is, you change your settings and you don't know you've done it. So, unless people point it out to me, I don't know. But, so thank you for letting me know. I always appreciate it. I never have a problem with people going, you need to change those settings and get stuff sorted. It's going well. I've switched to a new server. They do wipe on Friday. So I'm just getting a feel for the place. I'm currently running around with a 50. Doesn't mean I'll be able to use it, but it's still nice to run around with a 50. All I did was up my voice, pushed it into the yellow. Another big fucking base, I'm guessing. Hell yeah. Not massive, though. Don't like the fact that window's open. Not very many restrictions on where you can build, which is quite nice. No build zones it has on the server on their Discord. But basically, if you can put a flag up, computer up, you can build there. I've learnt out of experience. Ham roof campers, yeah. Not to tell anyone anything about what helps you and how, or what you really like, because in my life experience, some like to take those things away from you. That's fair. That's fair. I get that. I'm glad that we do help, though. Cookie should be back in 2 to 3 months' time. I did speak to him today about it. And obviously, I'll still be here. You know, I'm a DayZ streamer, I always will be. 1 piece of rope, 3 sticks. It's just a territory flag kit. It's just a computer. Place it down, authorize it, throw some nails inside. So don't, you know, it's not, and it's nice because you can have a covert base. We like being able to have covert bases. Okay, John. Mixture of ground loot and box loot. You still need to eat and drink, as you can see. Yeah, normal flag and instant flag. But it is a bit bigger than you're used to. It's like a box that takes up sort of 3 by 4 when you craft it. Base building plus, then you need to have the stuff in your inventory to build, but everything's smaller, so that doesn't matter. You can make the book using just a piece of paper, so you don't need to worry about finding a book, which is nice. And obviously a busier server. I think there are 100 slaughter, but it's a US server. You won't on an Xbox. Unfortunately, on things like Base Building Plus is PC only. On Xbox and PlayStation, you just don't get the mods. Shots. That direction, probably in the area of the airfield. Fair distance away, but a big single shot. Maybe at the castle. Obviously a bit of a lack of zombies on here. Yep, down bad's workbench, but rather than filling it with general junk or loot, you're just putting nails in. Rearm started it though, didn't they? When Rearm went to a computer, everyone was like, oh, what a bloody good idea. You know, even on GoblinZ, we run small flag, so it's covert. I hated DayZ, the full-size flag. It was like, this is a survival game, and you want to hide away and build a base to live out of, and we're going to have a big fucking massive flag advertising where we are. You can find some modded servers on Xbox, but it's slightly differently done. It'll be server-side mods that have been written by the server owners. And they can do a lot, but they can't do what the other stuff does. You can, though, if you use an Xbox and use GeForce Now app. Not GeForce Now? Might be GeForce Now. It's the GeForce app. You can play the PC version of DayZ, which then allows you to have modded servers, and then you can plug a keyboard and mouse in. So there is a way round it. It's just not very good yet. But then again, the next Xbox, the handheld Xbox they've just announced, will run full Steam games as well. It's going to have Xbox and Steam on a handheld. That's your future. The future of Xbox is going to be PC gaming and Xbox games in the same ecosystem. It's amazing. Oh, they're only fucking 9 millis, aren't they? They're shite. So we're going to attempt to snipe. Unheard of for me. Oh no, I had an Xbox X. And I've had PS4 and, well, I've had a PS5 in the past. I bought an X. I sold the X. I bought a PC. I bought a PlayStation. I sold the PlayStation. Stayed with PC. I did attempt to go to console for a while. I had this idea about when I came back to gaming after a long break from good gaming, that going to console would be easier. Which it is, let's be honest. You buy a game, it works. But I'm not very good with controllers. I'm a keyboard and mouse player. So, but you know, Xbox is basically a Windows PC with a different menu system. We're also in one of the future builds of Windows 11 going to get full Xbox support. Hi Hamish, going well mate, how are you? Mate, look, I got a 50. I'm off to try and snipe somebody. I say try because you know how shit I am at shooting. But I'm good, Hamish. I hope you are. Guys, if you don't sub to Hamish, he's well worth a sub. He produces some amazing DayZ content. So please, please drop him a sub. He's a way good at PvP. If you like watching PvP in action, rather than me, which is lucky PvP, he's well worth it. This server that I'm playing, Hamish, wipes on Friday. So I've just come on today to see whether I will play it. I will play it. And I've got myself a 50 for shits and giggles. Thanks, John. It would be good, John, it would be good, Paul, to have you on PC at some point. But I agree, if you're happy with your console, stay with it. What unites us all is we're gamers. It doesn't really matter where we play the games, as long as we enjoy the games that we play. That's all right, Hamish. You know, we've supported each other over the years. And we actually, and your team ended up shooting me at one point. Right then, I need to... get to about there, don't I? Yeah, about there. Well, that one down. We'll try that one initially. And we just don't want to get tapped doing it. Not that we care. Not like we've been playing a full wipe here and we've got anything to worry about. Or that I've got anything good in the way of armour. Fucking bit of fucking press and basic Bergen. Shit helmet. Don't like that fucking tower. I'd rather Yeah, you can post it. It won't let you post a link. I'd have to post a link. I don't think I allow HTTP links. But if people right-click on Hamish's name, they should be able to sub to him from that. Bit to a fucking airfield to push, isn't it? Thanks, Kermit's dad. I think I've blocked HTTPs because you get, obviously, the standard scammers trying it. Okay. Yeah, no, post ahead. It's Hamish. Of course you can post to Hamish. Movement. Fuck it. Should we push in and die in a loud and grotesque military manner? Won't know unless we try, will we? It's only fucking pixels. In the big scheme of things, it never really matters. DayZ, it's not your loot. You're just looking after it for a while. Just your turn to look after it. The only way to look at it, it's hard. It's easier to say than do, though. Let's be honest. That fucking tree line up there is shit. And if people are running 40 or 50 series graphics cards with maximum draw, then you're pretty much damned, aren't you? We certainly play differently, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I take the game seriously. I'm not at the moment because it wipes on Friday. I wonder if this is the old F-35 thing. If you're still there, Restless, doesn't it remind you of the F-35 walled compound? Yeah, that you can get in at that far end. R15s, MP5s. I feel fairly soon. I'm not very friendly when it comes to mic work. I can be, depending on how I feel. You know, I don't want to die to people. I'm just not a natural PvPer. I'm a looter, a raider, a base builder. That's my skill set. I'm an organizer of bases. Do not like that position. Yeah. I wonder if they've got some of the same modding team on here. PC's the place to go for base building. Do not like that. Too fucking exposed. So's that. That's pretty good. But it's that hillside that's a problem. I need to unexpose myself from there while still get that hillside. People camp that hillside. Trouble is, I'm not going to render players in at this distance. And they put that just there to cause a problem for here. Well played from. Well fucking played. We don't tend to, on the servers we play, grow. Don't get me wrong, we'll raid other people that are growing, we'll steal their drugs and we'll sell it. But we don't tend to grow ourselves. We're not on the servers enough to do that. From my perspective, it's each to their own. You know, if people want to get involved in that world, that's up to them. It's not for me. But in a game, it's a game. But we're not natural growers. We're just, yeah, we're not on the servers enough to do it, really. And we don't have big bases that need to generate income. Right, I'm just going to have a look at somewhere else. This place is feeling quiet. We don't want to sit here all night. Wait for it. Get shot as you're extracting. You know, there'll be drugs to grow on here, but the big teams will have to because they'll need to generate income to keep their bases alive. But for the smaller teams, there's no need to. But as I said, if I shoot someone and find drugs on them, I'm not going to throw it away. I'll run it to somewhere and sell it. Or I'll take all the seeds and put them on the peer-to-peer marketplace. So I'll make money off the seeds, but I won't normally grow it. We have in the past. We've played servers where we've had a growing thing in place and made some serious cash. and use that to build the base. But I had then a 6-man team that played every night, and we had a massive base, and we had to keep the upkeep going. And unless you can't do it any other way. Now most of the team have lives that don't involve them playing games every night. So you have to live within your means and build a base accordingly. I tend to build more covert bases now than overt. Oh, about to get a disconnect. Server's about to crash. We've got a red connection problem. There we go, server crash. Right, guys, I'm going to call it there. Because I was going to finish early tonight anyway. I've got a long day tomorrow at work. I won't be on tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the interaction. Thanks for the chat. Be massively appreciated, guys. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss.